Hey, crew. Well, I wanted to record something for you today because I feel like I haven't seen you. And even though I'm not seeing you, I wish I was seeing you the way you're seeing me right now. I'm also thinking about maybe later this week doing a whole group chat and web chat. I think we could probably do it. I just miss seeing you guys. I really do. Um, I know you guys have probably heard already that we're not coming back for the rest of the year. And I think that's really sad because it made me realize how much I love being with you guys every day. I mean, you guys make my job. Being home and planning virtual lessons and, emailing and doing things virtually and online is not what I'm all about. I am much more the face to face, and I love being with you guys. And you're what made my day fun. And believe me, this has not been fun for me at all. I know you guys probably feel the same way. I just miss you guys. I miss seeing you in the classroom. So I just wanted to send a quick hi and update you on a couple things since we're not going to be going back to the classroom. Um, I just wanted to kind of mention a few things moving forward that I think would be in your best interest and really help you to get through the rest of the year, which is about another 6 more weeks of this. So, anyways, a couple things I wanted to tell you besides how much I love you and miss you guys. There were a few things I wanted to mention. Um, the the thing that I most want to say to you is from now till the end of the year, you guys, your learning is in your hands. Um, I always say things like, the idioms I usually say, like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Um, it's so true when it comes to your learning and what you guys are going to get out of the next 6 weeks of school. Um, Even though you guys are home and everything's a lot more relaxed and you don't have to report somewhere every day and you don't have somebody, keeping you in for lunch to get your assignments in, um, it's a problem for some of you because I know you're falling behind and you're letting the idea of like you can work on your own schedule. It's really interfering with, I think, your productivity as a student. So the first thing I want to say to you guys is for the next 6 weeks, you do have to try to keep up with doing some work and learning. Um, I don't want them to be a complete, term loss for you guys. The only way that's not going to happen is if you continue to push yourself to, get online, watch the lessons, do the work, and stay connected to school. Summer will come soon enough. Gosh, we're only looking at like 6 or 7 weeks away, you guys. Summer's going to come soon enough. And then you can kind of decompress and enjoy your summer and not, worry about reporting to school and doing work every day. But for now, you have to finish the year strong. And the biggest thing that I'm noticing is I have the same, 5 to 10 of you in every class. I'm talking social studies and science, social studies and literacy. I'm noticing the few of you that have always been good students are still maintaining that work ethic. You're still doing your work. You're still, coming online and checking your assignments and completing them, on time. And then I'm worried about the other 2/3 of you. Um, the kids that I've always had to keep in for lunch to get you to finish your work, the kids that I kind of had to really monitor in class to keep going. I'm not there to do that anymore at home with you. You have to start doing that yourselves, unfortunately. All I can do is try to give you a pep talk, but I'm really hoping that you will finish the year strong. And from tomorrow forward, you're really going to start kicking it into gear and doing things you have to do. So that's the first thing is your learning is up to you, you guys. Um, this is time. This is 9 weeks now. By the time we're said and done with this, that are either going to be lost for you, or they're going to be, continue learning just in a different way. If you let it go and you lose this time, with the teachers and whatever teachers are trying to teach you, it's time lost. And I know you're not worried about it right now, but in the years ahead, next year particularly, it is going to be really rough for you to catch up and to try to get yourself back in a learning mode like you've always been. So please, 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 from this day forward, check into Google Classroom every day, not just with my classes, but everybody else as well. You have to check your classes every day. Do the work that is given to you. Listen to the PowerPoint lessons that are shared with you and keep yourself learning. Don't let this time be wasted because it's time you're never going to get back, you guys. And I just want you to remember that. So make the most of it. I mean, I put a lot of time into everything we're doing virtually. It takes me a long time to make these videos and then to transcribe them, so that you have the text if needed to go back and listen to them and look at them. to upload worksheets to correct. I mean, correcting has been really a challenge because I'm trying to get work ahead for you guys. And then I have to go back and try to correct the things that you're handing in to me. So I'm working on it. I mean, for me, that's the challenge because I did a lot of that with you in class. Now I'm on my own, like one by one. I have to click into Google Classroom and open it, and it's a lot more work, trust me, than just having a stack of papers. To have to go in and out of Google is a lot of work. Okay, so that leads me to the next thing I want to talk about. When it comes time due for your assignments and your lessons, you have got to keep up. Okay, when I put something on Google Classroom, it is meant that you are supposed to look at it and do it that day. Okay, unless you're sick or something, that day is the day you're supposed to look at my video lesson or look at what I have there for you, whatever learning that is. And then if there's an assignment, honor the due date because I'm trying to keep things moving forward. And when you hand in things 3 weeks late, I have to go back into Google Classroom in a different window and go back and open them. And it's just, you're making a lot more work for me. Plus, if you're trying to do work that's missing and you never went and watched the video, I don't know how you think you can do well because that's what I'm seeing from some of you as well. You're handing in work, but yet it's clear to me you did not go back and listen to the lesson. So you're getting very poor scores on the work that you're handing in. That work is still going in Infinite Campus. So the last thing I want is for it to look like you just dropped the ball and gave up the last 9 weeks of school. Doesn't say much for you as a student, and it's definitely going to hurt you. So please, 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 if I give you a video lesson, watch it. Watch it twice if you didn't catch everything the first time, and then go and do the work. If you're a day or two late on the work, for example, a comma worksheet, literacy, don't just try to do the comma worksheet or the comma quiz that I send you without watching the lesson. I give you a lesson and go through things to teach you. So then when you do the quiz or the activity, you know what you're supposed to be doing. I don't know how you think you can just pick up a comma worksheet and do a comma worksheet if you don't watch the lesson on commas, for example. Okay? So missing work, there's going to be a due date. I'm going to give you a week past the due date, and after that, it's going inconclusive in the grade book, and you're moving on. So in other words, you need to keep up. Anything that's in Infinite Campus right now that says inconclusive evidence, it's over. It's done. It's almost a month old. So let it go. Okay? And we have to move forward. Some of you are going to see some things popping up in Infinite Campus as missing, missing, missing. That's to let you know that assignment was due. You did not turn it in. It's missing. Okay? I'm going to give you a week after I post it missing to get it in. After that, it's going inconclusive evidence because we have to move forward. The only thing I'll leave open would be the summative assessments if you guys are missing something. But most of these are formatives. And like I said, we have to move on. So I can't be going back 3 weeks ago from what I handed out to you and assessing it when I'm already like 2 topics ahead of that in teaching and wanting to correct that work. Okay? All right. Another thing that I want to mention is when it comes time for literacy, specifically literacy, I did send you a link for a new response journal, like a virtual, almost like your thoughtful log, but I made it a little bit different. I limited it just to the book that you're reading, like independent reading. You need to make sure that if you did not see that shared with you on Google Classroom, you need to look in your email, but you need to find that link and you need to share it with me, create a copy, share it with me, and then keep up with your work. Okay, so that has to get done today. I'm also going to send out a form that I want to know what you're reading in literacy. You should all have a fiction book, and I know Miss Wayne's class, I know I may have you for social studies, but I do know that she's doing the same thing as I'm doing. So please make sure that you have a fiction book that you are reading or that you have available, because as we move forward and we're studying characters and we're going to move into conflicts this week, you need to make sure you have a piece of literature, a fiction book, to be able to do that kind of analysis with. Okay, so just make sure you're doing that. For my class, I'm sorry, I had so much I wanted to do with historical fiction, and when all of this broke, it completely ruined everything I had planned to do in the classroom with you with regard to historical fiction. So at this point, we're just moving forward. We need to stay in pace with Miss Waney and Miss Snowpeck with literacy, because we're doing our planning together to make the chart for parents easier. So we've just moved on and we're moving on together. So my class, I'm bummed that we never got to really finish our historical fiction stories. But it's okay. Feel free to write one for yourself if you want, just for fun. Share it with me. I'll give you some feedback, advice. Who knows? It might be a good book one day, and you can get rich off of it, right? So, anyways, that's all I want to say about that. But I did want to mention that I didn't forget about it. It's just everything I had planned was much more in the classroom, interactive. I just can't duplicate it on in this format, So we're just going to have to move forward. One thing I want to mention too is your new schedule. Now on the Team Blue, and that goes for Ms. Waney and Ms. Nopek's literacy as well. What we did is you're still visiting all your classes every day. Hopefully you got this last week. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays is more of a literacy social studies focus. So in other words, those days you can expect to do a little bit more when it comes to like new lessons, activities, than you do in math and science. On Monday and Wednesday, it's math and science day. So those are the days that they might introduce new content and you may have a little bit more to do in those areas. That's why on Monday and Wednesday, literacy, we won't have as much for you to do. It might just be to read and put an entry in your thoughtful log. It's going to be much more light because we know you're getting hammered with math and science on those days. Tuesday, Thursday, same thing. It's our days. We have more time to introduce. You should be spending more time in literacy and social studies on those days. But still check with math, science, and everything else because they want to update you and have you do some activities as well. Just won't be as heavy as literacy and social studies on those days. Friday, we're thinking of just having it be a catch-up day, game day, activity day, just a lighter day for you to just have some fun, breathe, but finish what's not done for that week. Okay, so it's a fun day, but it's also a day for you to get yourself caught up because you need to keep caught up. Okay. Let's see. I think I hit everything I wanted to hit. I miss you guys. I really do. You have no idea of how hard this is for me as a teacher. I am not this kind of virtual teacher. I would have done online courses if I enjoyed that. I don't enjoy that. I enjoy laughing with you guys. I enjoy the camaraderie that we have, the fun that we have. Just the gimkits and the cahoots and all the fun things and the fun conversations we have. I miss, your smiles, your laughter, your wit, the way you guys made me laugh. I just really miss you guys. And I'm sure you're enjoying, having freedom and playing your games. And I love that. I mean, this is a really stressful time, not just in school, but in life in general. This is hard, you guys. I'm lonely. I miss all my friends. I can't go out anywhere. I know you guys feel the same way. So I guess I immerse myself in school and then just virtual visits like you, like FaceTime. I have visits with our family and friends, but this is a stressful time. I want you guys to work hard, but I do want you to just relax now and then and enjoy. But the worst thing I don't want is for you to just blow off school from now until the end of the year and then really have to struggle getting yourself back into it in the fall. Please, whatever you do, stick with us, stick with me. Try to learn as much as you can. Message me if you have any questions. A lot of you do that. That's awesome. But I'm not talking to the 7 to 9 of you that are regular. I'm talking to you guys that are like on the board or now and theners. Don't do that to yourself, you guys. Stick with school. Try to finish strong at least the last 6 or 7 weeks of school. Give it all you got because it won't be long and this year is going to be over. And it breaks my heart that, your 6th grade year ended like this. And I'm not going to see you next year because when you're off in 7th grade at Butler, and then hopefully it's going to be kind of rough with the construction, but you're going to be there. I'm going to be over at Blair. So I'm not going to see you. The next time I see you, you're going to be 8th graders. And if I even see you at all, if I don't retire by then. So this is hard for me because I feel like I never had that chance to really end the year and finish strong with you guys and do all the things I wanted to do with you. But, I can't change it. All I can do is just continue to try to be, a teacher for you, a good teacher. I'm here for you, but I want to push you. I don't want you to give up on yourself, okay? So take care. Have a great week coming up. Assignments will be posted tomorrow morning. Of course, literacy, social studies will be a little bit on the lighter side because it's not our day. But please, boys and girls, keep yourselves connected. Don't give up on yourself. Keep learning. Keep doing things. Because you want to do what's best for you, and letting go and doing nothing is not what's best for you at all. So we'll talk again soon. Okay, take care.